Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone joining us here on Zoom, and all of you joining us wherever you connect on any of our social media platforms, YouTube, the BetterLife app. It's good that you can take us in your pocket and find us anytime you need. Who doesn't need 30 minutes of meditation from time to time? We are just a minute from getting started. And I'm going to offer today kind of a basic meditation, an introduction kind of meditation, so that if you're finding us for the first time, you can get a feel for how to enter into practice. I think it's good for all of us to once in a while to do a back to basic meditation, just to reset our practice for ourselves anyways. So here we go. And so begin by closing your eyes and gently paying attention to your breath. Just observing the breath as it is. And we're going to enter into practice with a chant. We're going to chant the word shalom, which means wholeness, which means harmony, and obviously also means peace. To set for ourselves an intention, a kavanah in Hebrew. To meet our meditation to be in practice in shalom. And so as we sit together in this virtual meditation that connects us, I invite you to draw a breath for shalom. And after the chant, we simply let the body recover the natural rhythm, the natural flow of its own breath. Our job at this point is simply to sit back as the observer, simply observing the breath as it is, not trying to change the breath, not trying to force the breath into any specific kind of pattern or rhythm that we believe might be the way to meditate. The way to meditate is to simply let whatever is here be exactly how it is. And so you might notice your breath being long or short. You might notice the breath being deep or shallow. And to us, it makes no difference whatsoever. We just notice. Ah, the breath is short. Ah, the breath is long. And as we notice and pay attention to the breath, we also begin a process of deep relaxation, to let go and release any tension anywhere on the body. Relaxing the muscles of the face, especially, and the muscles around the belly. Just so that we can completely relax in the moment, completely surrender to the moment. And now that we have established a sense of calmness, now that we have established ourselves as the observer, let's look at our posture. The invitation is for you to sit with the spine straight, whether it's on the cushion or in the chair. Just make sure that you're standing with the spine straight. And I invite you also to tuck your chin in a little bit. So it kind of slightly, but very slightly rounds the top of the spine and opens the neck in the back. But not too much. Just slightly, as if you were to look 2 or 3 feet in front of you. Now, your feet, if you're sitting on a chair, need to be completely flat on the floor. And you can let your hands rest either on your thighs, clasped together. Just place your hands in a way that they won't bother you, that you can forget about them, literally, as if they were not there. So make sure you don't twist your wrists or tense the fingers. I like to meditate with my jaw slightly open, just so that it can be relaxed. I don't want to tense my jaw, just like I don't want to tense my face. So find how wide or not you need to open your mouth so that you feel completely that the jaw is relaxed. Some people like to have their tongue on the roof of their mouth. Some people like to just leave the tongue rest at the bottom of the mouth. Either way is fine. If you leave the tongue at the bottom of the mouth, just know that it's going to cause you to swallow saliva a little more often than not. And that's okay. It's just going to become part of the meditation as well. Just another thing to observe. Good. And when you find your posture, and you feel comfortable, you feel supported, your spine is straight so you can breathe fully and freely. Then imagine now that you are like a mountain. And then no matter what happens the next few minutes of our meditation, commit to not moving at all. If there's an itch to scratch, you just observe. You don't move your hands to scratch the itch. If there is a sense, a desire that you need to shift in your seat, move and change your position, just let that desire arise and just observe it. Don't react. The first principle of meditation is non-reaction. We let everything arise, everything becomes present, itching, desire to shift, any kind of sensation, but we commit to being the observer, and the observer never reacts. So make a commitment that you will be a mountain, that whatever happens, you will remain unmoved, untouched. Everything that will come and will go will be food for practice. So now that you have found your posture, just let it go. And go back to the breath. And just observe, how is the breath now? Has it changed? Is it deeper or is it shallower? Is it longer or is it shorter? Is it unchanged from before? There are 3 pillars in Jewish meditation. Hatmada, which means dedication, discipline, commitment. Where we commit to the practice. We commit to the posture, we commit to non-reaction. And in a moment, I will introduce you to the mantra that we'll use. The second pillar is savlanut, patience. We need to cultivate infinite patience within us. And that too is practice. Because as we meditate, and perhaps already now, thoughts will come to intrude into our meditation, to steal the practice away from us, to bring us back to old habits of mind, patterns of thoughts, and distractions, to keep us busy with to-do lists, fantasies, rehashing past encounters, rehearsing future encounters, planning and organizing, and all kinds of urgent things that needs our attention. That's what the mind does. It puts in front of us all of the above. And so we need to be very patient with ourselves, patient with our practice. For when we notice that the mind comes to distract us with all its yearnings and its needs and its urgencies, we simply refuse to engage using the pillar of Atmada, of dedication, of discipline. We refuse to engage with the thoughts, with the mind, and patiently, with great compassion toward ourselves, we return to the breath, and in a few moments to the breath and the mantra. And the mind will pull us away from the practice 1,000 times. And 1,001 time, we'll come back to the breath. We'll come back to the mantra. We'll strengthen our pillar of Hatmada, of discipline and dedication, and will remain with the pillar of Savlanut, very patient, very much compassionate toward ourselves, never beating ourselves up, never feeling down, never thinking, oh, we can't never meditate, it's not for us, it's not for me, I'm not good at meditation. All that is more thoughts, more distractions. Don't believe anything the mind thinks. Just come back to the breath over and over again. And the third pillar, the last pillar, is the pillar of Hishtavut, equanimity. Equanimity means no preference. I don't fancy or prefer a peaceful and blissful meditation over a meditation that is disturbed, uncomfortable, difficult, because both are, again, food for practice. And I observe and watch whatever the mind judges to be good or bad with perfect equanimity, never swayed this way or that way, never wishing my meditation to be blissful peace, never running away from meditations that are challenging and distracted, turmoil. Whatever is here, without any reaction, with perfect equanimity, I observe. I simply observe, perfectly equanimous, unmoved, untouched, unattached, no attachment to this way or that way. Meditation is a practice to accepting reality as it is, simply as it is, not wishing our reality to be any different than it is. It's easier when our reality is lovely and peaceful and inviting. It's more difficult when it's not. Either way, meditation practice helps us face our life with equanimity, non-reactivity, and non-attachment. And that's the pillar of Hishtavut, equanimity. No preference, no attachment, no reaction. Reality as it is. The breath as it is right now. This moment as it is right now. My life as it is right now. Body breathing in and body breathing out. keeping completely focused on the breath. That is the object of practice, the object of meditation. That is what the practice is. Observing the sensations of the breath coming in and going out. Some people like to watch the belly rise and fall. I invite practitioners to observe the sensations of the breath coming in and going out of the nostrils. So just do that. Observe the fresh, cool air as it comes in and touches the walls of our nose. Perhaps you notice that you're breathing from the left nostril. Perhaps you're noticing that you're breathing from the right. Perhaps from both at the same time. Just notice. Again, no preference, no judgment. It is what is right now. And then notice the warm air coming out of the nose, warm and healing. Again, perhaps the breath is short, perhaps the breath is long. Notice everything you can. Notice if you really relax. The little gap at the end of the out breath before the in breath. There is just maybe a second or two. If you're very relaxed, maybe more. But there is like a pause. The body doesn't feel the urge to breathe in immediately. It's so relaxed. It can hang out right there. And then naturally, without any stress, any urge, notice that the body inhales. So natural, natural breath, natural body. Nothing special. Now here's the mantra, my favorite mantra. In that gap, short or long as it may be for you, invite the one word in Hebrew, Hineni. In English, it's 3 words. I am here. So every time at the end of the out breath, in that little gap, bring to mind the word Hineni. Or in English, the 3 words, I am here. These are the only thoughts that the mind is allowed to have. It gives the mind something to focus on. Again, don't change the breath. Just observe the body breathing as it needs to. You're the observer. But that's the object of your meditation, observing the body breathing in, observing the body breathing out. And then in that gap, Hineni, I am here. And stay with that, with the Hatmada pillar, disciplined, focused, dedicated. Gentle and compassionate toward yourself, If you get distracted, just start again. Just start again. With compassion and patience. Just remain aware. Aware and equanimous. Notice the body is breathing in. Notice the body breathing out. Hineni. I am here. Relaxed, aware, and equanimous. Hineni. I am here. And gently we let go of our practice. Gently taking a deeper breaths, perhaps, or a couple of deeper breaths to transition out of our meditation. And letting the body now move and stretch if it needs to do so. And I hope you can revisit this meditation in the future anytime you need to ground yourself and center yourself and rededicate yourself to your practice. We'll close our meditation today, as always, with a threefold Shalom chant. And may whatever we have received be for the greatest good of all. And may all beings, find Shalom, find peace and wholeness and harmony in their heart, in their life, in their world. Modeh. Thank you all.
Buddha Adi, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Rabbi.
Ani, Robert, thank you.
What's
See you
up?
tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Danny, see you tonight.
See you. Yes, see you later.
Thank you.